Good afternoon, kia ora, and welcome from Fibrous Community Stadium, Derwent Park, here in the far north of England and Workington, for this huge battle, the second pre-tournament trial international friendly. It's Sunny Tyre and the Pasifika Islanders taking on John McCartney and the New Zealand Kiwis. And what a game, what a battle this is going to be. Both sides fielding star-studded lineups. And there's some new faces for both sides. The biggest one being Chris Lord, the former Kiwis captain, making the switch to Pasifika. Their new vice captain, Chance Bunce. And Kiwis vice captain alongside John McCartney. What a battle, what a game this is going to be. Strap yourselves in for your second international friendly in preparation for the Six Nations tournament kicking off next week in Manchester. Rohan Koval, his first game for the Kiwis, I believe. He'll be the one to get us off underway. And Kane Chapman-Kenny, another one of the big names for Pasifika, opting out of Aussie selection. And will make his debut for the Pasifika side. Jamal Cole-Sako on the left edge, gets an offload to Sunny Tyre. We'll get into the lineup for both sides. We'll start with Pasifika at the 1 jersey. Eli Barnes, number 2 NBT, 3 Manu Fa'afili, 4 John Boy Mayava, and 5 Raika Manu. Rounding up the Pasifika backline in the halves, it's Sunny Tyre, their captain, alongside Kane Chapman-Kenny in at the 7 spot. In the front row, it's Lennox Prakash with John Nanai. Tim James there at the hooker spot. An early kick attempt from Chris Lord, and it's cross field. He puts up a shanker of a kick, and Manu Fa'afili trying to save it. Jamal Cole-Sako and Simon Hunt rounding off the second row. The back rowers for Pasifika and Chris Lord in at the 13th spot. And not a good start for the former Kiwis captain. And New Zealand now with their first look inside opposition half. We'll take a look at their lineup. It's Chance Bunce in the 1 jersey for the Kiwis. Cooper Gronk, Logan Guys, and White, and TTM to Tyler Maxwell rounding out their backline. McCartney and Rohan Koval in at the halves. The halves duo for the Waz. Playing for the Kiwis today, Rahul Koval, David Barner through the front row with Jaden White in the hooker spot. Kobe Johnston, DTA, the back rowers. And Damien Moana taking over the lock position that was long held by Chris Lord. Damien Moana, the vice captain of the Kiwis, offload to Jaden White. And a great look for the Kiwis, about 5 metres away from the line. 5th and last now. They'll play the ball. Buncey dishes it in the pocket to John McCartney, who sends it up high. NBT's under it. It's sat back. Chance Bunce wrapped up in a good tackle there. Sunny Tyre and Manu Fa'afili. And early on, some pressure, but Lennox Prakash, good run. Bumps one off. We spoke about Fa'afili Tyre before. Those two with NBT, the 3 best mates since the schoolyard. From Melton, Victoria, now playing for Pasifika on the same side, and Sunny Tyre just pulls off a shocker of a pass to Lennox Prakash. Prakash couldn't save it. And pressure early on here for Pasifika. The Kiwis rubbing their hands now as they're approaching the red zone straight through. David Barner, the big front rower. What a big hitter he is. Well, he's got to be a bit of speed to him as well. Second tackle. They dish it out wide. It's Aaron White. He puts on a step. Wrapped up by Tyre there. 3rd tackle, 5 minutes in. The Kiwis have had some good looks early on. And straight through, Rahul Koval will score the first points of the game. And New Zealand off to a flying start here. They've really had Pasifika on the back foot. And Pasifika just turnover after turnover to open up this game. Felt like it was just going to be a matter of time. New Zealand are a clinical side. And they will be the ones to score first here in your second international friendly. Just 5 minutes in here from Fibrous Community Stadium. Derwent Park. It's a bit of a mouthful, and your eyes are not mistaken, that is a speed track around the field. One of the many unique venues here in England. Well, Rohan Koval will start the first conversion attempt of the game to make it 6-0 in favour of the Kiwis. Just 5 minutes played here. And Sonny Tyre obviously not happy with that start, considering the lineup that this Pasifika side has. But a lot of new faces in there as well. Maybe they just haven't gelled together yet. They got plenty of time to turn it around, and they're going to have to do it against a side like New Zealand. When you combine the leadership group of Jai Makani and Damien Moana. Jai Makani helping to lead Chance Bunce and the Warriors from a -4 deficit at the start of Season 8 to the prelims, just 1 point away from a potential grand final appearance. You combine that with Damien Moana, the Kiwis vice captain, Season 8 Premiership winning captain with the Bulldogs. And Jai Makani shanks it straight to Chris Lord. Chris Lord just picks it off. And now Lord making up for his previous mistake. And Bakash straight through the middle. Lennox Bakash. There was no one in the backfield. Chance Bunce was too far up. And Lennox Bakash straight down the middle he goes for the first try in Pasifika's favour. Chance Bunce, he was trying to get back on side. He had the arms up and no one was there. Great awareness from Bakash. Bit of speed there for the prop primary, and there you go. 7 minutes in here. Kick to come for Pasifika. Sonny Tyre will slot this one from directly in front. And it's been a good week so far here in England. It's been some lovely weather. It is usually very, very cold, freezing up here. But nonetheless, Sonny Tyre levels the game. 6-all is the score. 8 minutes played, and already we've got 2 tries on the board. As Rohan Koval will be getting us back underway in Pasifika after a rocky start. They pounce off a mistake. And Lennox Bakash opening the scoring for the Islander side. And what a huge acquisition it was for Pasifika. Lennox Bakash opting out of EU representation to make himself eligible for Pasifika. It was news to captain Sonny Tyre. Very well unexpected, but welcome the news with open arms. And Sonny Tyre just dishes it straight to Moana. He is having an absolute shocker of a start. And Moana there to pick him off. All of a sudden, the shoe is on the other foot as Logan Guys, the Storm second rower, playing in at the centres today, might make a shift through the middle in the second half. Offload from David Tiawa. Sorry, Kobe Johnston it was. They'll play the ball, the Kiwis. Third tackle, Jaden White, wrapped up by John Nanai. Fourth now. The Kiwis cut out ball. Jai Makani dishes it out. Why, watch out. Rohan Koval just runs it straight into the shoulders of Lennox Bakash. Fifth and last. They put up a high bomb. It's looking dangerous. Perfectly placed. Who's going to be under it? NBT there to take the field. Or there to take the catch. But he's wrapped up and driven back by Aaron White. And pressure early on for Pasifika. A goal line dropout here. And they're going to be on defense once again. The Kiwis just relentless in their attack. And it's a speed-oriented forward pack when you consider the fact the likes of Damien Moana playing in at the 13 spot. A half primary. He injects a bit of speed through the middle. David Tiawa on the right edge at 12. He usually plays at 11 for the Wars, but on the opposite side for today's game. And you partner him with Kobe Johnston there in the back row. Very dangerous. Speaking of which, DTA gets him to the 10. Driven back a meter on the tackle. And then Moana now winds it up. Bit than last year, they line up in formation for the kick. I think it's going to be a double pass. Back out towards Kaval. Kaval puts in a high bomb. It's another pressure kick there, and John Boy Mayava does a great job. Cool and calm under the pressure as always. John Boy Mayava. And John Nanai straight through the right edge. He gets him to the halfway, and that is the way that they want to go. Obviously, Pasifika, it feels like it's been 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And now a chance to try and pin the Kiwis deep as KCK gets him to the 40. They go short. Chris Lord dishes it out to Sonny Tyre through the gap, but he's brought down. Sonny Tyre not passing the ball this time, just wants to hold it. Take better care of the ball, and there we go. Oh, it's pulled play on. Tim James scoops it up and gets a big fend off there. I'm surprised that was not called a knock on. And Pasifika inside the 10 as John Nanai tries to barge over, turned on his back. Where will they go? Fifth and last. They line up in the pocket. Tyres on the left. And oh, Eli Barnes just tries to dart from dummy half. Nothing doing there for Pasifika. And watch out, Cooper Gronk on the right edge. Gets past the line. Brought down by MBT and Manu Fa'afili. The two former Storm teammates. Oh, Chance Bunce through the middle. You can expect that from Buncey. What a season it was for him. Tying the season try-scoring record with NBT on 19 tries in a season. And breaking the single game try-scoring record with 6 tries against the Dolphins. What a game it was. What a season it was for Buncey. And it will be huge here for the Kiwis tonight. Kobe Johnston, it's a mistake there. Jai McCartney was on the wing as the makeshift winger. And Kobe Johnston just pulling that pass. It bounced off Moana, in fact, and McCartney just couldn't save the play. It was a risky one there on the wing. And Pasifika now. 15 minutes into the game, 6-all is the score. Your second international friendly. Pre-tournament preparations for the Six Nations. Simon Hunt takes the run there. They go back midfield towards John Nanai. And the Kiwis doing a good job of defense in this set. KCK back inside. Eli Barnes is there, but he's wrapped up by Johnston. Onto the 40 he is. Pasifika still in their own half. 5th and last now. They drop back. Right hand side, KCK. He'll have a stab. It's a great kick downfield. Cooper Gronk's there to field it. He's got a bit of a run up, but John Boy Mayava clutching up on defense there in Mayava. What a season it's been for him. A premiership winner and now announced as the Penrith Panthers captain for next season. And he's on to big things, isn't he, Mayava? It was a potential possibility. He could have been picked for New Zealand. But being overlooked for selection, and Sonny Tsai was pleased with the news that he was available to be picked. Almost a no-brainer. 4 tackle. Short ball. Caval dishes it to Johnston, and Johnson will get them to the opposite side. 5th and last now. 26 gained on this set for the Kiwis as they drop back in the deep pocket to McCartney. And he'll send it downfield. They're going to let it bounce here. Raika Manu takes it. Steps Gronk. Brought down there by Logan Guys. Raika Manu playing for Pasifika in their last test match against the EU. Oh, and it's a turnover of possession from John Nanai. And mistakes just plaguing this Pasifika side. But New Zealand, they have just been all over the ball. Here in the first chance, Bunch straight through the middle. He just has to beat Eli Barnes. Gets the offload to Damien Moana. And I thought Moana was gone there. But a great stop. And the Kiwis now, all of a sudden, once again, back within the 10. It's danger signs early on for Pasifika. They got to try and dig deep once again, but they dish it out to Bunce. The danger man for New Zealand. 4 tackle inside. Flat ball. Kobe Johnston there to take it. Turned on his back. 5th and last now. Where will they go here? The Kiwis lining up in formation as you see Logan Strange take the field. Oh, Jai McCartney short side. Couldn't get the kick away. And just has to take the tackle. But once again, it keeps Pasifika pinned deep. But Sabatua now straight off the bench with Leki Tour. Gonna try and inject a bit of energy through the middle. On paper, you'd probably argue that Pasifika might have the stronger forward pack, but New Zealand, their defense has just been relentless, and the speed factor is always on attack. Something that they're really going to have to watch out for is Leki Toa. Gets him shy of the halfway. 4 tackle now. They play the ball. Tim James. Short reverse inside out play coming up. Eli Barnes breaks the line. Can't get past Buncey, but that'll get a bit of breathing room as they try and set up a good kick here. They line up in formation. Back in the pocket to Chris Lord. And the lock will have a play at it. Has a stab. Cooper Gronk on the left edge. He gets past Eli Barnes and KCK. If he wasn't there, that would have been a certain try for Cooper Gronk. And the Kiwis now. Oh, big fend off. Jaden White straight through the middle once again. Offload. And the Kiwis playing that attacking style of footy. that they've been renowned for. When you talk about the Northern Wetter, when you talk about the Auckland Warriors, two very attacking-oriented sides, and you can see that being embedded in their DNA here today. It's probably going to be the game plan for the tournament, considering the personnel that they've got. From dummy half, Jaden White pushes one off him and gets across the line to score the second try for New Zealand. And what a great play there from Jaden White, darting from dummy half. And it was a massive play there from him. Does the Jameson shuffle, fends off KCK, and Saboteur offside, couldn't make the tackle in time. And Rohan Kaval with a conversion attempt from the left-hand side. And the Kiwis re-establishing dominance in this game, courtesy of that try, and Kaval will slot it 2 from 2 here. 24 minutes played from Workington. It's a great venue here, one of the many unique venues in England. We're just about an hour or two away from the Scottish border, in fact. We're that far north for this one, but it's one of the many great things about playing footy up here in the Northern Hemisphere. We get to travel to some of these great stadiums. First SRL game to be played at this venue, and what a game they've got. No fans in attendance, obviously, for the trials, but packed house expected next week when we kick off in Manchester. As Damien Moana straight through the middle. It's an offload and Ty is there to scoop it up, and that's a mistake there from New Zealand. Turns it over inside their own half, and Sonny Ty, the recipient of that intercept, has finally done something in this game. Pasifika captain. Oh, NBT straight through the left-hand side. He steps. Aaron White it was, I think. Third tackle now. Far Philly will play it. Lord dishes it to the middle. Tim James takes the contact. And Pasifika, they play the ball 5 meters out. They go left. Jamal Kolsako tries to barge over. Kolsako will put the ball down, I think. Blake Harris is going to send it up to the bunker. And we're going to have a good look at it. And Kolsako getting past Moana and David Tiawa. That is no easy feat. No easy task. And he just barges his way. Finds pay dirt. And it's green lights here from Fibrous Community Stadium, Derwent Park. It's a long name for this venue. One of the many unique things about where we're playing here today, obviously, you can see the speedway track. I believe it's a motorcycle speed track, according to Google, I think. But Sonny Tyre will start this one to make it 12-all. And what a game. It's very tight, very physical. And a mistake there from Damien Moana allows that try to be scored. But the Kiwis, for the most part of this game, you've got to say, they've had the momentum. They've had the upper hand. Pasifika side might consider themselves a bit lucky to be level here, considering the amount of defense they've had to do on their own goal line. And then we're looking to try and break open the play once again as they shift it left to Kolsako, the previous try scorer. One of the perennial second rowers in the comp alongside the likes of David Tiawa. As Chris Lord takes the touch there. Third tackle now. And another shocker pass there, but Saboteur there to pick it up. And Sonny Tyre really needs to get his act together. Maybe it's that head tape strapped too tight. And oh, great draw play. John Boy Mayava just has to get past Bunce. But a good tackle from Bunce and KCK. What a play it was. Drew in the defenders and allowed Mayava into open space. He'll have a kick now. Kane Chapman-Kenny. It's a great kick. It might have too much on it though. Oh, it's going to sit up. And Cooper Gronk takes it. He felt the pressure coming from the kick chase and decides to play it safe. But now a goal line dropout here for New Zealand. And Kaval will send it downfield towards Chris Lord, who will just pass it inside. Oh, Leki Tua, big bump off, running it straight. And it's been a good stint here from Leki Tua. Renowned for playing prop for the Sharks as well as a bit of lock. He splits reps there. So a bit of versatility should they need it as they dish it out. Kosako takes it now. Far Philly. Proud Samoan rep. Cut out ball from Tyre. That was dangerous. Lecky doing a great job to hold on to it. 4 tackle now. 30 minutes played here. Pacifica and New Zealand locked up at 12 all. 5th and last now. 34 gain on the set. Tyre's in the pocket. They're going to go to him. They drop it to him. And Tyre just one step too many. Having an absolute stinker right now. All but the one interception. Tyre just struggling to find his rhythm in this game. And all of a sudden, pressure alleviated for the Kiwis. Logan Strange taking that contact. Second now. Logan Strange, one of the OGs in this Kiwi side. I believe he did play for the first ever Kiwi side back in season 1 or 2. It's great to see him back here, and a penalty conceded. Ill-disciplined stuff there from the Pacifica Islanders. And on the brink of half-time, it's not the ideal scenario. They're going to find themselves pinned back again in their own half. They've just been fighting off the wall, haven't they? It's still locked up at 12 all, but New Zealand just firmly looking more comfortable and adjusted in this game. As we see Logan Strange on the right edge, playing in the front row off the bench. Plays the ball now. Val, short ball, Thomas Wallace. The premiership winner with the Bulldogs, Thomas Wallace, as Caval winds up with the play inside the 10. They hold him down a bit. 4 tackle now. From dummy half, Jaden White looking for a double. He'll try and barge his way, but he's turned on his back. And Jaden White, very dangerous from dummy half. Pacifica are going to have to do a job at keeping him marked. He catches the defensive line lacking nearly. It's a no-try call from the bunker, but it's 5th and last from the 10. Flat ball. They're going to put in. Oh, it's dropped there. Ryan Caval. Oh, bumped off. Lecky Tua's got space. Lecky Tua's got numbers on the right. Bunty's trying to catch up to him. Bunty dives at the grass. But a great job in cover defense from New Zealand. 33 minutes in, and Pacifica. First tackle. Kosako gets him to the 25. Or 25 away from the line. First tackle now. Sonny Tyre dishes it out. Eli Barnes, cut out ball. Kane Chapman-Kenny just takes the run. Second tackle now. Pacifica trying to capitalize off this opportunity. John Boy Mahava. Oh, he throws it out flat. It's an offload to Tyre. I don't know how that wasn't called forward, but it's play on, says the ref. 5 meters from the line. Far Philly gives it inside. Sabbath to Ua. And to Ua. Trying to barge his way. He'll get there, but he's short of the line. Tim James has a dart. He won't get there either. 5th and last now. Coast to coast, they've gone on this set. Pacifica, they're going to try and put the kick in, you'd have to say. Oh, straight to Chris Lord. And Chris Lord with an absolute howler of a kick. He didn't need to put in the kick. He just had to put the ball down. And the chance goes begging for Pacifica. Chris Lord with a great chance to try and take the lead. And just overdoing it on the play. But now Pacifica gonna try and keep the Kiwis pinned deep in their own half. It feels like it's been the opposite. I have to wonder how much gas have they got in the tank. Are we looking forward to half time, this Pacifica side? MBT there to Mark Maxwell and to Tyler Maxwell. One of the absolute machines of this Kiwis backline. They go back midfield. Logan Strange bumps off Tim James. Gets the offload away. Thomas Wallace there, but he's driven back by Sabatua. 5th and last now, New Zealand. Drop back in the pocket. McCartney stabs it towards the wing of Rakamanu. Rakamanu steps one. Brought down by John McCartney. Kiwis captain there on the kick chase. As we see them play the ball now, Simon Hunt. Gonna try and work out of their own end. Just over 2 minutes remaining until half time, and what a game it's been. 12 all is the score. Very tight, very intense, very close. And Eli Barnes breaks the line, gets an offload away to Tim James. Eli Barnes and Tim James both making the move to the West Tigers next season. Tim James, their new vice-captain, inaugural vice-captain. Skolsako gets him inside the 30. They'll try and line up a good kick here. Fifth and last, Chris Lord has another crack at the kick. And Cooper Gronk steps back inside. I thought he nearly turned Raika Manu inside out. As the substitutes come back on for New Zealand. Inside ball there. Kaval just running straight into traffic. It is 12-all, just over 20 seconds until half-time. We are leveled between New Zealand and Pasifika as Moana gets a fend off. Might be one more play. And they will get it off in time as Jaden White delay play the ball. Logan Guy's taken and it's half-time. We'll see you in the second. Yes, good evening. Welcome back here from Workington. Fibrous Community Park, Darwin Park, is the venue where it is 12-all locked up between the Kiwis and Pasifika. Very tightly contested first half. The Kiwis holding the momentum in that one, but Pasifika just holding on. And sub-checks cleared for the Kiwis. And straight through the middle, David Tiawa gets an offload away to Moana. And Moana, if he got that ball a bit quicker, he could have been gone and away. And New Zealand already off to a good start here in the second half. And there was the pattern in the first where they really had the upper hand. But the goal line defense of Pasifika doing enough to hold up. They've been holding their own there. But they want to start to see a bit of footy on the other side of the field as we see Kaval now. Rahul Kaval in his first game as a New Zealand Kiwi. Fifth and last, here we go. They line up. Flat ball out to Makani, puts in a grubber. There for KCK to return it. And sub-checks have been cleared for both sides. John Nanai now playing in at the lock position. Jai Collins sliding in at the 12 spot. And Sam Lillard now coming in at the front row in place for Lennox Pikash. Pikash will return in the second half. And Eli Barnes and KCK both making the swap from the halves to fullback respectively. To try and inject some energy. And Sonny Tyre is just having one of his worst games I think I've ever witnessed. He has just been turning the ball over far too much. Maybe doing too much. But nonetheless, it's a great chance for the Kiwis to try and strike now. And dish it out towards the middle. Aaron White just gets folded in the tackle by Chris Lord. And that's what you get when you run it out of front row like Chris Lord. But Johnny Columbus on the left edge steps one and gets them a smidge of the 10. Fifth and last now. Where will they go? They drop it to McCartney. McCartney knocks it on and it spills forward to Chris Lord there to collect it. And it has not been an ideal game for the halves here. Or particularly for the 5/8s. And we're just trying to overdo their hand here. Need to settle things down a bit. Plenty of footy left to be played in this international friendly. Rally brought to you by TBC Live and Sunny Visuals. Pasifika in Pool A alongside Australia and Europe. The Pool of Death. And Pool B, New Zealand, Great Britain and Ireland. They're going to go for a 40-20. Sonny Tyre finally gets a proper kick away. Doesn't have the angle. Bunsey there to return it and he's brought down from the Pasifika captain. Trying to redeem himself a bit there and Tatita Maxwell on the wing now gets him to the halfway line. Brought down by Farfili and NBT. It's Thomas Wallace. Back on in the second half. Moana dishes it out to John McCartney. Brought down by Collins. Gang tackle wrapped up as well. Fourth now, the Kiwis. Inside ball. Kaval. He'll take it, but he's driven back to the 30, and it's fifth and last here. 41 gain on the set for NZ. The men in black will try and get the ball downfield Courtesy of a Jai Makani kick straight to NBT. Watch out, NBT's got space. Tries to split the defenders. But it's shut down pretty quick there, and they haven't really targeted his side with the kicking, the Kiwis. But the X factor that NBT brings is one of the reasons why you don't really want to risk it.
Back with me.
Third tackle now, Pasifika at the halfway line as they give it inside to Chris Lord. And Lordy's driven back. Here's short Tyre. Right through to Kalsako. Offload and Tyre gets smacked up in the play. David Barner there. And Tim James straight from dummy, but he's going to run the ball out on the 5th. Not sure what was doing on that play, but you could argue it's just been miscommunication from this Pasifika side. They haven't really gelled the way that they would have liked to, or the way they would have expected. But it does say something about the character of this side when they are still level 12 all. It does feel like you've been on the back foot for a lot of this game. And if you're New Zealand, you start to get a bit frustrated, start to wonder, are we going to be able to crack this line yet? They've done it twice before, off the back of some mistakes there. And ball control being the message preached out from the Pasifika captain, Sonny Tyre, to his team. Jai McCartney just telling his boys to keep the pressure on the foot of their necks as Eli Barnes fields that. The halfback shifting out towards that side of the field. Kane Chapman Kenny through the middle. And what a battle it'll be in the second half. Bunce and KCK. You got to feel somewhat bad for Buncey. He had to deal with Barnes in that first half. Now he's got to deal with KCK. A fully energized KCK. They're at the fullback spot. Chris Lord offload inside to Sam Lillard, and Lillard, a great run there. Gets them inside opposition 40 now. Play the ball flat out towards Jai Collins. And Collins wrapped up in a two-man tackle. 5th and last now. Where do they go? Pasifika. Give it to Barnes, and Barnes will have a stab. It's a good kick. Cross field. Pins him deep. Watch out. It's tight to Maxwell there to field it. Gets past Philly, but won't get past Eli Barnes and KCK holding him down in the tackle. And it's ill-disciplined stuff from Pasifika once again. The second penalty I believe they've conceded. And if you're Sonny Tyre, you're going to have to rally up these troops. Going to have to start leading by example. And try and bounce back here. It is still 12 all. Still locked up, but the Kiwis have just had the momentum throughout this game. And they're doing a good job here. Try and get themselves in position for scoring play. As Johnston plays the ball. Caval dishes it out to Buncey. Watch out. Buncey's going to cut back infield. Buncey gets past KCK. And Chance Bunce, the absolute legend of the New Zealand Kiwis, will get them on the board here in the second half. And what a play there from Chance Bunce. He doesn't need much space at all. And that agility, stepping KCK inside, Tyre in pursuit. But just too fast, too quick from the Kiwis vice captain. 16-12, kick to come, 53 minutes played here from Fibrous Community Stadium, Derwent Park in Workington. Yes, it's quite the mouthful, this venue, but it's a beautiful place to be at. Where it is the Kiwis holding an 18-12 lead over the Pasifika Islanders. 54 minutes played. And NZ have turned up to play today, haven't they? Pasifika only down by one score, but they're going to have to try and really dig deep because New Zealand have really dictated the tempo of this game. John McCartney will be pleased with the performance so far. As Tyre gets us back on the way, Buncey dishes it out to Caval. Caval folded on the first hit up by Sam Lillard. They play the ball 15 out from their own line. McCartney dishes it, taken off the ball, and Pasifika, Kosako shrugs one off, and all of a sudden, blink and you might miss it. Pasifika have the ball inside the 10. Where will they go? It's a short ball to Tyre, and he's driven back, losing meters on the play. Second tackle now. Pasifika go infield towards Nanai, and Nanai's wrapped up. Third. They shape out in formation. It's a flat ball to Kalsako. Offload. Tyre gets wrapped up. Gets smacked up, I should say. But it's play on. Flat ball. KCK barges over the line. And KCK will get across for Pasifika their first points in the second half. We're just going to double check with the bunker. But Kane Chapman-Kenny, in his debut for Pasifika, will score. And all of a sudden, it's an even ball game once again. Kick to come. Green lights here from Workington. And 18-16 is the score. Kick to come. What a shot it was. Sam Lillard, I think it was, that put it on. Kawal. Or Kawal, I think, as it's pronounced. But taking off the ball, the Kiwis, and ref ruling play on. Pasifika just swarming onto it. Like a pack of wolves, and all of a sudden it's even territory once again. 18-18 is the score. New Zealand and Pasifika. 56 played here. Your second international friendly. Join us tomorrow as well. Well, it'll be Great Britain taking on Australia from Bradford in central England to round off your Six Nations trial games before we kick it off next week in Manchester. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a great tournament, a great moment in the SRL, the first 13-a-side international tournament. 9 seasons in the making. And how quick has it gone if you've been here from the start? Already 9 seasons. Kane Chapman-Kenny through the middle, breaks open the play, but he's chased down there in a great cover tackle by John McCartney. Bunsey was there lurking as well, but not needed as Collins dishes it out. Mayava there to take it. Fifth and last now. Pasifika lined up in formation for the kick as they drop it to Eli Barnes, and it's a great kick from Eli Barnes, perfectly placed. Almatangi forced to bring it out from his goal line. And Tyler Almatangi coming in the second half at the wing spot. He's been so good for the Dolphins. One of the best fullbacks in the league, you'd have to say. I'll be hoping to do a job there with him and TTM in the back line. It's a very dangerous look, but the Kiwis now struggling a bit to get out of their own end. As we enter the final quarter of this game, Damien Moana, big fend off. And he has been on point here today, Damien Moana. We know how much it means for him and John McCartney to represent the Kiwis. It's the highest honour for a Kiwi in the SRL. And it's another penalty conceded. And danger signs once again for Pasifika. Lack of discipline there in the play. McCartney sends this one over the line. And referee Blake Harris, I believe it is, one of the match officials, giving an official warning to Sonny Tyre and the Pasifika side. One more penalty and it could be a send-off. Chance bunts. Nearly turns KCK inside out. Oh, what a great ball there to Logan, guys, but he's held short of the line. Second tackle now. New Zealand give a flat ball out to Johnston and he's driven back. Third tackle now. Where will they go? The Kiwis playing the ball. About 3 shy of the line. John McCartney just takes the runner. It's fourth now. They don't want to let this one slip away from them. Pasifika trying to hold on here, and it's straight through. But Logan, guys, has pulled off an absolute brain fart of a play. He was through and open, and he puts in the grubber. I can't believe I've just seen that. He's done a Chris Lord. Chris Lord doing the same in the first half, and now it's tit for tat. But Pasifika off the line, off the hook once again as they break straight through the line. And Cash now injecting some energy through the middle alongside Simon Hunt. In a few moments, I believe Chris Lord will be back on the field in the middle at lock. As Pasifika now trying to make their way to the red zone. They give it to Cash. Cash having a great game tonight. Fourth tackle. Midfield. John Nanai straight through the middle. Gets them to the 10. They're going to need a good kick here. The kicking game has been pretty average from Pasifika. Eli Barnes puts up a pearler off the boot, but Al-Matangi there to take it. Just a shade too much under the high ball, but it was a great kick, a great take from Al-Matangi.
He's held there. Zero tackle.
And it's 18-all deadlocked here in a tight tussle between New Zealand and Pasifika. Two of the three Oceania sides, Southern Hemisphere sides in this tournament. Oh, and Columbus, I thought he was juggling that. But he holds on. Second tackle now at the 30. New Zealand trying to find a bit of space. They dish it out wide. Cooper Gronk, watch out. He's got space on the right edge. And that is the speed factor that he brings through the middle. We spoke about this Kiwis forward pack being speed oriented, and there you go. Can be very devastating for an opposition to allow those players to find that open space. Our fifth and last here, just under 50 gained on the set. The men in black drop it to Kaval, and Kaval, shanker over kick. Play on, says the ref. And David Tiawa doing a good job to hold on to it. Scramble on the play, but all of a sudden it's a turnover from their 30. Or from the 30 as Prakash now. Takes the run up through the middle. Less than 15 remaining in this second test international friendly. Right here on SRL TV, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. Inside ball, KCK. Just run straight into Logan. Guys there. Third tackle, they shift it left. Lord inside, Tyre gives it out. NBT trying to work that combination on the left-hand side. Far Philly will be there to play it. They go to Tyre, out wide, cut out ball. Tim James just winds it up on the run. Fifth and last here, only 36 gained on this set for Pasifika as they drop back in the pocket. Tyre, oh, I thought he took one step too many. Great crossfield kick there, and Al-Matangi wrapped up in a good defensive set. Good kick chase, pressure from John Boy Mayava. And he's been absolutely clutch here defensively, and I thought that was a questionable ball. But maybe questionable calls going both sides. As we see Cooper Gronk straight through the middle. Cooper Gronk taking in the tackle. Just shy of the halfway. Third tackle is NZ. Try and get into open play. Kaval just wrapped up from Sonny Tyre. Fourth tackle now. They're lined up in kick formation. I think they're going to go for it here, the Kiwis. They do. They give it to Aaron White. Aaron White throws it straight to chance punts. It's a trick play. And what a play it was, executed to near perfection. If Bunsey got through KCK, he was gone for all money. McCartney now kicks it towards MBT. MBT with a bit of space there on the left-hand side. Bunce is coming across. Bunce is going to try to get to him. MBT, he'll be gone all the way, coast to coast. And Hunter Broaden Thompson will go under the black dot to score a try for Pasifika. And NBT, what an absolute superstar he is. Showing us glimpses of that Origin Game 1 winner that he produced in Auckland. And now for the Pasifika side, they take the lead back. Just over 10 minutes to go here, and it's getting tight. It is getting intense. And Tyre, straight in front of the stick, slots it 4 from 4. Maybe the only positive about his kicking game tonight, but Pasifika find themselves with the lead now. And personally, it's a bit hard to believe, given how this game has gone. New Zealand have brought the pressure, but Pasifika, they just find a way to dig deep and hold up. And on the goal line, they've been pulling up some clutch stops defensively. Sonny Tyre with an absolute Sonny Tyre classic, isn't it? But there we go. First tackle, play the ball in front of the 20. Less than 10 minutes remaining in this match where Pasifika hold a 24-18 lead over New Zealand. And it has been an absolute battle of the Titans between these two sides. Chris Lord through the middle. Trying to get to the halfway line, Pasifika. Cut out ball, Kosako will get them there. And they'll line up in formation for the kick. Sonny Tyre on the left side, and that's where they'll go. And he just runs the ball and I've got to try and conduct myself professionally, but that is a frustrating play to watch there from Pasifika. Maybe not wanting to risk the kick return. You've got TTM back there on one side, and on the other side you've got the Tyler Almatangi. In the backfield you've got Chance Bunce, but there's only 8 minutes remaining, and the Kiwis are going to try and mount the comeback this time. They've had a firm hold of this game for a while. And DTA from that right edge gets the offload through the middle. Rahul Kaval slotting back in at the lock position. Here they go, Kobe Johnston there. Oh, offload turned over by Jai Collins. Shrugs one off, gets straight towards Chance Bunce. And now Pasifika end up with the ball on their 40, 10 shy of the halfway line. What a battle it's been. Simon Hunt back through the front row, trying to help finish off this game. You'd have to think that's the game plan. Just hold the ball, take care of the footy, and wind down the clock. You've got to play clock management here. Oh, big breakaway from Simon Hunt, just running it straight. Pierces a hole through the Kiwi defence. Ball tackle now out the 20. They go inside. Eli Barnes straight to KCK. Double step. What a play from KCK. Fifth and last now, shy of the 10. Where are they going to go? They play the ball. Pasifika, just over 5 remaining. Double pass out to Eli Barnes. Perfectly placed. It might have too much. Oh, Chance Bunce doing what he does best. Cool under the pressure. And he'll do a job to hold on to that one. It was a great kick from Barnes, but just half a metre too much. NBT was lurking for the contest. And Cooper Gronk straight through the left edge. He has just been finding those gaps here in the second half. Through the middle as they dish it right. Kaval out wide. Aaron Wide brought down by Sonny Tyre. Less than 5 minutes to go, and the Kiwis are going to try and get on the board. Just a reminder that there is no extra time, no golden point in the trials. So if they do score, the Kiwis, oh geez, it's a forward pass straight to Cooper Gronk. And Sonny Tyre just gives it straight back to Rohan Kaval. Sonny Tyre, I am about to throw my microphone at the screen if you keep up this performance. David Tiawa juggles it, gets an offload to Logan Guys. And Sonny Tyre absolutely dirty with himself on this play. Now the pressure mounting for the Kiwis. Pasifika got to dig deep for one more set, but New Zealand liking their chances at the 10. They're finding rhythm in open space. Kaval trying to barge his way. Kaval, oh, he's nearly there. He's held short of the line. It's a flat ball. Kaval, his brother, shifted back. Fifth and last here. Less than 3 minutes on the play. The Kiwis going to try and put the kick in. They go deep. Makani just takes the contact. And a clutch play there from Chris Lord to rush up on him in time. And Pasifika with a lifeline. But you'd have to think New Zealand will get one more chance if they don't turn it over. Sonny Tyre, I'm clenching right now when I watch you play. But it's so tightly contested in this international friendly. I'll tell you what, it's been anything but friendly. It has been absolutely competitive, intense, edge of the seat stuff. And Pasifika, could they try and line up a 40-20? They're going to line up in formation. That's where they go. Eli Barnes squibs it straight to Thomas Wallace. And he's taken high. Thomas Wallace, penalty given away. And the Kiwis, they're going to go for the 2. They're going to go for the 2. I can't believe it. Surely that's a miscommunication. Surely the referee misheard them. This is not a goal-kicking situation. This is the situation you need to boot that ball downfield and get into the red zone. They are not going to be happy or pleased with this decision, but Kaval will slot it. And that'll reduce the deficit to 20-24. Geez, you got to feel bad for New Zealand. That is a tough call. I don't know who called that one out there on the field. It was either Makani or Moana. But geez. That is one off the hook for Pasifika. They're probably counting their blessings, if we're being honest. The Kiwis have been so resilient this whole game. But Pasifika with a never say die attitude. Even against the adversity, they've found a way to dig deep and stick into it, get the job done. But it's not over yet. There's still 10 seconds left. But the Kiwis going to have to try and pull a rabbit out of the hat here. 20-24. Pasifika leading. One final play. Chance punts on the right edge. Won't get past KCK. And that will be the game. Pasifika coming away with a 24-20 victory over the Kiwis. What a game. What a match. I'm still in disbelief at what has just transpired. The decision to go for the 2 in the final stages of the game is going to be one talked about. Jeez, I just can't believe that call. And Pasifika, lucky to escape with the victory, you'd have to say. But they did well to hold into the fight. 20-24, your full-time score as we take a look at the TBC Live stats. And it was Kaval, Jaden White, and Chance Bunce getting over for the Men in Black. Rohan Kaval slotting 4 conversions. For the Pasifika Islanders, it was Kolsako, Prakash, Kane Chaman Kenny, and NBT. All on the board, and Sunny Tyre with 4 conversions. We take a look at possession on par, 53%, just in favour of New Zealand. 21 from 28 completions compared to 19 from 26 on the Pasifika Islanders. 7 to 11 errors. 4 penalties conceded from Pasifika, and it's certainly going to be an area they have to address, taking care of the footy and the discipline. Nearly 200 tackles made for Pasifika, 165 for the Kiwis, 17 missed tackles, 25 for Pasifika, and 34 line breaks to NZ over the 30 of the Pasifika Islanders side. Jeez, what a game. I still can't get over how that game has transpired. But it is just an international friendly. It's not be all end all. It's not do or die. But geez, that one will be a stinger for the Kiwis. They played so brilliant tonight. You could even argue they deserve the win. But when we take a look at their stats, Chance Bunce, 238, leading the way as always. No missed tackles, 8 line breaks, a try assist, and a try to his name. Cooper Gronk, he was outstanding, particularly in that second half. Coming in through the middle, 192 run meters. Only making 3 tackles, surprisingly. Missing 2, but 6 line breaks. A lot of touches on the footy. Damien Moana, over 150 from that halfback spot. What a game it was from him. From the lock spot, sorry. 3 tackle breaks and 3 line breaks. Rahul Kaval, he had a great game for his Kiwis debut. Thomas Wallace, Rohan Kaval, Kobe Johnson, Jaden White, and John McCartney, all north of 100. David Barner, just too shy. But just to give my thoughts on this New Zealand side, they got to be proud of this performance. I know that finish has got to be a stinger, but you can take a lot from this game, given the fact that they really were on top for most of it. And for New Zealand, maybe you tinker around with the lineups a little bit, but you've got the winning formula there. It's just about executing. And geez, they really put up a good fight here today. It was a great game from the Kiwis. Heartbreaking finish, but they should be proud of the performance nonetheless. I think they're going to do a great job in the Six Nations. Probably backing them as the favourite in Pool B. Obviously, being a Tier 1 nation, but like I spoke about earlier, Jai McCartney, Moana, and Bunsey as their brain trust in the leadership. I mean, you've got a grand final premiership winning captain alongside a prelim final captain. Took his team from -4 to the finals. So plenty to keep their heads high about for the Kiwis. But we take a look at the Pasifika Islanders winning this game here today. It was Tim James leading the way, 191 run meters, 20 tackles, 2 line breaks, a line break, try assist as well. Kelsako, 190, 16 tackles, 4 missed tackles from him. Not really what we see from Kelsako. 3 line breaks though, and a try. Kane Chapman Kenny, what a game he had today. Really stepped up. And that combination with him and Barnes, that is going to work magic for Pasifika. But yeah, KCK with a try to his name. Couple kicks, 4 line breaks, and a tackle break as well. NBT, one of the heroes for Pasifika, scoring the game-winning try, or what ended up being the game-winning try. Rounding off a solid backline with Eli Barnes and Raiko Manu at the opposite wing. John Nanai having a game through the middle. Sonny Tyre, how many errors? 4 errors. Jeez, he is going to wear that one, isn't he? He's going to cop it in the sheds. He's going to be shouting the cover session for later this evening. But the Pasifika captain obviously very pleased to get the result. He knows that they could have played a lot better, especially himself. He'll be filthy knowing that he made twice as many errors as the entire Pasifika side. So yeah, not good stuff from the captain at all, but they get the job done. Prakash, what a stint he had. Chris Lord, not putting up the numbers he usually does. But you got to argue, he was targeted a lot from this Kiwi side. They were really getting stuck into him. And him drawing that pressure really allowed the edges to open up. Guys like Kalsako, Simon Hunt, Jai Collins, they're off the back of his play. Leki Toa, 18 minutes stint, 89 run meters. A lot of impact off the bench. Eli Barnes, only 69 meters here. Playing at fullback and half. Not one of his best games, but, you know, we've got someone like KCK there. He really helped carry the load in that second half. Simon Hunt, Saboteur, John Boy Maava, all having great games. Manu Collins, Lillard, and Farfili out there. I've dribbled on a bit here, but Pasifika looking very strong. But that game today, we all know that's not the sort of game, their best footy they can put up. But if it's anything to go by, if they can still win a game against a side like the Kiwis, given that they were on the back foot for a lot of it, then just imagine what they're going to be able to do when they play their best footy, when they're clicking. If they can get it going, they really have to try and tidy it up, especially Sonny Tyre. Maybe some decisions to be made where he'll play in the lineup. He could shift out to halfback. He might try and stick it through the 6th jersey, but if you're going to do that as the key playmaker of the team, you cannot afford to make 4 mistakes. So, bit of a tough watch for the captain of Pasifika, but he gets the job done with his team. It was a team effort from the Pasifika Islanders, 24-20 victory over the Kiwis. And next week, these two sides will play. New Zealand playing against Great Britain in the second game to open up the first round. Pasifika taking on Ireland. But there you go. Thank you for joining me here from, where are we again? I can't remember. Thank you for joining me from Fibrous Community Park, Darwin Stadium in Workington. It's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege as always. Hope you all enjoy the broadcast. Hope you all enjoy your night. Join us tomorrow once again on SRL TV as we get ready to witness the third and final trial game before the Six Nations kicks off between Australia and Great Britain over at Bradford. Can't wait for it tomorrow. Join me again. Until then, we'll see you on your next game here on SRL TV.
Seize the day.